Jayson, I know you felt like you started slow out of the break. What kind of worked for you tonight in this game?
Really got to the free throw line tonight, and I just got some easy ones early, right? Easy ones early, layup in transition, getting downhill, finishing at the basket. Just kind of opens things up, and it wasn't like I was discouraged or worried, because I hadn't shot the ball that great out the break. Just came out here with the mindset trying to find a way to win.
And Joe has praised you this year when we've asked about your minutes, about the games played, for how often you're out there, how available you are. What kind of motivates you to get out there as often as you do? And, you hear that debate around the league about load management, rest, all that. What's kind of your take on that, guys being available around the league?
I totally understand, right? It's a long season. Some guys are a little bit older or managing certain injuries, right? And, with all the sports science, for certain guys that, is what's best for them. For me, I just think about the young kid, the kid inside me, from St. Louis that dreamed about being in the NBA. All I've ever wanted to do was play basketball. I love the game. I love to play. I try to never take, this situation for granted, right? I never try to, like I said, take it for granted, always be thankful, because I truly am living out my dream. So, wake up excited, and, I get an opportunity to play basketball for a living, right? And that's not really work. It's something I love to do. And, the organizations, Brad sometimes wants me to play a little bit less, but, so we have conversations, and, as simple as I just love being out there. I love playing. I love competing. I love, trying to win as much as I can.
Jayson, it seemed like you were really dialed in, a lot of fist pumps early. Can you talk about dueling with a guy like Donovan Mitchell, going against the best on ESPN Game, national broadcast?
Yeah, Dom is one of the best players in this league, somebody that I'm extremely close with, talk all the time, same class, so somebody I've known for a long time. And, anytime you get a chance to play against, one of the best guys in the league, it always raises your level of competition. And as a competitor, you just love those moments, those matchups.
What about that putback early on? Did that get you on?
Yeah. I guess it did.
Jayson, Al Horford, obviously big three-point shooting night for him. In addition to what he brings on the court, changing his game this season, he's taken more threes than twos this year for the first time ever. What does he bring to the locker room, obviously being the veteran of this team? He lost to the Knicks, 15-point loss. What does Al say to the team after a loss like that to sort of, get you guys ready for a game like this where you obviously came out and got a big win?
Yeah, I think me and Al are a lot similar in a lot of ways, right? We always kind of stay level. And that's something I kind of probably learned from him, being his teammate 4 out of my first 6 years. And I've, been on record saying a lot. I'm very appreciative of being a teammate of Al. He's been very helpful to me throughout the years, just, learning from him. And, everybody respects Al. He's been doing this the longest, and he's the ultimate team guy. He'll do whatever it takes for us to be better as a team. And he puts in the work. Al is, in the gym every day, off days, lifting, working on his game, working on his body, making sure he's fresh. And guys notice that, and it's a domino effect. So, he brings that, sense of maturity and just levelness to the team.
Adam? You speaking of your usage, like tonight, you switch up your substitution patterns a little bit. You had breaks in all 4 quarters, which you don't do a ton. Was that something you guys talked about a little bit before the game, or just kind of flow that way? And did it help you throughout the course of the game?
Yeah, we kind of talked about it before, and that was the sub pattern. I normally come out around 6 minutes. Sometimes go back at 2. Sometimes go back to start the second. It's just kind of recently. I've played the whole first, and part of that was due to sometimes JB not being in the lineup. But, I think today was kind of what I've normally done throughout my career, coming out first, going back in, playing, 3 stints instead of 2.
And for you, it seems like it wasn't really a slump, but when you're not yourself for a few games, as your career's gone on, you shrug it off pretty easily. What has been the key to not letting it bog you down, just really moving on and knowing it's kind of a long season, it doesn't affect you like it might affect some other guys?
Not listening to you guys when I play bad. It's a long season. It's 82 games. Nobody has a great day at work, every day of the year. Everybody has bad days, I guess. But, you got to take the good days with the bad days. I say it all the time. I never get too high, I never get too low. And, regardless of what happened, you can't change it. You just got to get ready for the next one and move on.
Jayson, coming off your first suggestion, did you do anything different over the last 2 days? Like, did you watch it over again? What was that like to kind of not finish your first game like that?
It was cool. I didn't do anything different, right? Playing like shit. We was losing. Just got to the locker room a little early. But after the game, I was fine. I was excited to get home, right? All-Star break, went straight to Indiana, week road trip. It was 14 days, that I was away from home. So I just was happy to be back home, get a home-cooked meal, obviously see Deuce, and just get ready for the day. I wasn't tripping about last game.
And was there something psychological to beat Cleveland after they had beat you guys twice in 5 days earlier in the season?
Yeah, those was 2 tough games. We went to overtime, I think, both of them. And it's been a while since we played them. So, having beaten them this season and then, losing our last game, we wanted to come out here and obviously, play well the entire game and get a win, back in front of our crowd.
Last question to Abby. Last game before your 25th birthday, are you where you envisioned yourself at this point?
I don't think so. I guess I never really take time to think about where I'm at or the things I've accomplished. Time does fly. It's my 6th season, 25, about to be 25. So I'm just trying to enjoy the moment, stay present, because, these 6 years in the league have flown by. But I like to think I've been doing all right and, hopefully continue to get better and stay healthy and improve and, win some more games.